It's certainly up there as one of.
On a summer evening in July 2024, a cyclist crossing Bristol's iconic Clifton Suspension Bridge noticed something strange. A man struggling with two oversized suitcases. Just a while before, a group of people near a pub in Clifton had seen two people lugging similar heavy suitcases. One observer remarked, "That looks really heavy. What have you got in there? A body?" Little did the observer know that his assumption was correct. What began as a suspicious sighting would unravel into one of the most gruesome double murders Britain has seen in recent years. This is the story of Yaston Mosquera and the notorious Clifton double murder. July 10, 2024. People just noticed a man carrying two suitcases near the Clifton Suspension Bridge. One of those suitcases is leaking. Blood? Horrified, some members of the public called the police immediately. By the time officers arrived, the man had fled. But the cases were still there. Inside were the dismembered, decapitated torsos of two men. No heads. No limbs. Just butchered remains stuffed into luggage, abandoned above the river on. But who were the victims? Who was this mysterious man with the suitcases? And how is he related to them? A luggage tag provided the first breakthrough. It led police over 100 miles away to a flat in Shepherd's Bush, London. The flat belonged to Albert Alfonso and Paul Longworth, the victims. Inside, detectives made more grim discoveries. A blood-stained hammer, signs of struggle, and in a chest freezer, the heads and other body parts of both men. Even more disturbing, cameras have been set up in the bedroom. On the footage, police watched in shock as Mosquera stabbed Alfonso to death before celebrating the killing on camera. Prior to that, he had already murdered Paul by crushing his skull with a hammer. A nationwide manhunt followed. Authorities all across Britain were alerted. Investigators looked everywhere and finally, after 3 tense days, tracked Mosquera down to Bristol Temple Mead Station. He was planning on fleeing. On July 13th, he was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder. But the question remained, why? Still, the investigation wasn't over. Yes, officers had arrested Mosquera, but they had no idea why he committed such a brutal crime. During trial, Mosquera claimed that he faced sexual abuse from the victims. Mosquera's allegations were against Mr. Alfonso. I felt sad. I never felt anger. I do not get angry with anybody. Of the alleged sex assaults, Mosquera told the court, "I felt humiliated, sad, trapped. I never tend to get to anger." Mosquera alleged that sometimes Alfonso would essay him after drinking beer and not be aware of his surroundings. The prosecutors saw through Mosquera's lies. Miss. Here, the prosecuting attorney questioned the inconsistencies in Mosquera's allegations. "You were aware that Mr. Alfonso was making money out of posting videos of your activity, and that made you feel even more exploited. But you do not mention at all, Mr. Mosquera, that Mr. Alfonso was raping you every day." She asked Mosquera, "Is this because you're making it up?" And he replied, "No." Mosquera admitted that he killed Alfonso, but he claimed it was manslaughter as he lost control. In reality, Mosquera had killed the 2 innocent men for money. Immediately after the killings, he tried to access Alfonso's computer and steal money from his accounts. But things don't end here. Investigators found that Mosquera used to post content online with Alfonso. Before meeting Alfonso, he used to post such content under the name of "I am a black master." These findings made Mosquera's claims of SA pointless. Forensic experts found internet searches on his laptop full. How to inflict fatal injuries. How to buy chest freezers. The murders were not random. They were planned. According to investigative reports, Mosquera had killed Paul Longworth during an altercation in the bathroom. Alfonso, in the adjacent bedroom, had no clue. After the killing, and after attempting to log into the victim's bank accounts, Mosquera went to a cash point with Alfonso's car. When prosecutors questioned him, Mosquera said, "In the beginning, I did not know where I was going to take the suitcases. I was going to go to Brighton." Ms. Here said, "You decided to take money from Mr. Alfonso after you killed him." Mosquera said, "Yes, because he was supposed to give me money before, but he was not able to. He was supposed to give me money to go to Brighton." According to the investigators, by 4th of July, Mosquera was in possession of Alfonso's financial belongings. In July 2025, after a retrial, the jury found Yastin Mosquera guilty of murdering both Albert Alfonso and Paul Longworth. The chilling video, the forensic trail, and his digital footprint sealed his fate. He now awaits sentencing in October 2025, where he faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life in prison. The Clifton Bridge suitcase murders shocked the UK with their brutality. 2 innocent men lost their lives to greed, cruelty, and premeditated violence. And for many, the image of blood dripping from a suitcase on that bridge will never be forgotten. This was the case of Yastin Mosquera. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what case you'd like us to cover next. Until then, stay safe and stay curious.